Hello everyone. Today's story is The Wise King. In the city of Manmatapura, which stood by the river, there lived a young boy named Veeravara. He was brave and intelligent. He also longed for adventure, and when he became 18 years of age, he took up a job on a ship so that he could travel and see other countries. He traveled to many places on the ship and had many adventures. One day, when the ship was out at sea, a fierce storm began. The ship was tossed about and everyone was thrown overboard, including Veeravara. He managed to clutch on to a piece of wood and save himself. As he was floating in the sea, he lost consciousness. When at last he woke up, he found himself lying on the sandy shores of an unknown island under the piercing rays of the sun. Glad to be alive, he got up. He was on a large island, and some miles inland he could make out a city. Veeravara started walking in that direction. When he reached the city, to his surprise, he was greeted by a great crowd which was cheering for him. Somebody came and garlanded him. He did not know what was happening. An elephant was brought forward and he was made to climb on its back and sit on the howdah. A sad looking old man was also sitting there silently. The elephant marched towards a palatial building. Veeravara asked the old man, "Why did the people welcome a stranger like me in this grand fashion? What are they cheering for? And where are they taking me?" The old man now looked even sadder. "This is an unusual island," he explained. "The people here are very intelligent, but they have some funny rules. They are prosperous, but they don't have a king. They feel if they choose a king from someone within themselves, he will be partial. So they wait for an unknown person to come to this island. When someone like you, a shipwrecked traveler, gets washed up at the shore, they make him their king. They are taking us to the palace. You are our new king now." "What happens to the previous king? And who are you?" Veeravara asked. "I was the king till you came along. The old king is given a day to teach the new one the ropes. Then he's sent off to the next deserted island where he has to look after himself. That's the rule." Saying this, the old man pointed to an island. Veeravara could see it was covered with dense forest. Now he knew why the old man was sad. Veeravara was crowned king with great pomp. He quickly learned his new job and became a good and fair king. But deep inside, a little part of him remained unhappy. When would the next shipwrecked person show up and he be sent off to another island to live till the end of his days with wild animals and other retired kings? As he thought about this, he came up with an idea. As long as he was the king, he had absolute power. He ordered his men to go to the island and to clear a part of the forest. There, he ordered roads and houses to be built. Soon there were roads, shops, and pretty little houses on the island. People would go to the forest and see the wild animals. They gathered honey and fruits from the tree there, and in a few years the island was no longer deserted, but a cheerful little town. Now Veeravara was not worried at all. When the next king appeared, he would not have to fend for himself in a forest. Instead, he would live in a little cottage and grow vegetables. Years passed and he got older. The people loved him and were sad whenever they thought he would no longer be their king. One day, Veeravara called his people and said, "It is good when you make a person from outside your king. He is fresh and unbiased. But this may not always be a good idea. What if the next person who comes here is a crook? You will make him king without knowing anything about him. Instead, let us have a system where the cleverest people of the island are chosen and rule the place together. Then no one person will have absolute power. And if anyone turns dishonest, you can always remove him from the council." The islanders liked this idea, and in a few days chose their new rulers. Veeravara handed over charge of the kingdom to them and retired happily to his cottage, where he stayed till the end of his days.